Well, it was rather icy walking in class today. We could see some sunshine tomorrow where we possibly some of that ice will start to melt, and we'll have more on that and what's coming up. Thanks, Benji. As Sarah pointed out, it was significantly warmer today, and these conditions for most of the country are going to continue. 30s, where it's a little bit warmer, where they are seeing that cloud cover for most of the night. By tomorrow, we do have highs that could possibly hit about 40 degrees for Valentine's Day. Do have a partly sunny conditions for most of the day. That's going to lead for a really nice couple pictures in northern Iowa here. And then right along here, we do have kind of like a broken front line that's what's going to be causing these chances of precip here, and that's going to be pushing all the way off to the east, which is where they're going to get most of their rainfall and snowfall totals for the next few days. If you guys happen to see that almanac, you saw today's high was around 48 degrees. That was almost 50. That's well above average from what we've seen most of the part, or for here in Iowa at least. And the same idea here is you kind of see that cold pooling start to go down there. 40 in Denver, it moves south, Santa Fe. You can kind of see the far stretches of that front come down. Phoenix around 66, and off the west, a little bit warmer as we get kind of around the Florida, Atlanta areas, kind of still in those 60s. And thank you so much, Sarah. As you can see today, mostly clear outside. That is going to lead to temperatures cooling down for parts of the evening tonight. We do have winds slightly out of the south with real feels down right around 25, so not too horribly bad. I'll have more on that coming up. Thank you, Anthony. Well, you saw it. Snow, probably. Rain, even possible. But tornadoes, probably not. But tonight's trivia question does have tornadoes in it. What hide? And so what we are seeing for most part is we do see most of that precip falling off to the east. That's going to allow those temperatures to not cool down too much. It's going to let the heat that we saw through the day kind of stick around. As you do kind of start to notice a little bit, these clouds are starting to make it shift towards the east, and as we move into the evening tonight, that is going to start to clear out and allow those temperatures to drop rather significantly. As you can kind of see here as well, off to the northwestern part of Iowa, we are seeing those right around the mid-low teens, and off to where more of the clouds and the precip is still falling, there are some parts into the 30s and even upper 20s as well. For the lows tonight here in Ames, we're going to be seeing temperatures down to maybe even the single digits, possibly 10 degrees. We are going to be seeing clearing skies as that system starts to track eastward, along with those winds starting to calm down just a little bit as we move into tomorrow. Lows for the rest of most of the state here, we are going to be in about kind of those single digits as well, same as Ames, and off to the east as well. Going to be in those mid-20s as most of those clouds are going to be sticking around for most of the day. By tomorrow, we could see temperatures rise to about 26 degrees with mostly clear skies. We're still going to have those more northern winds, much calmer, about 3 to 7 miles per hour though. For most of the state as well, are going to be seeing a little bit warmer. Clear skies as well, but kind of as you can see, most of those temperatures are going to be right around the same temperatures, 26, 27, pretty steady for mid-20s for most of the state. Futurecast for today and tomorrow, we do still kind of have that system pushing off east. It's going to continue that cloud cover, and then by tomorrow afternoon, we're going to see those cloud covers start to clear away. We'll see some peaks, some sunshine through, possibly melt away some of that freezing rain that we had from earlier this morning. And then by Wednesday night, right around 9 o'clock, as most people are starting to settle in for bed, we're going to start to see those clouds roll back into the area, and temperatures are going to start to drop again, and we could see even more chances of snow by about Thursday morning and into Thursday night. For extended forecast for the rest of the week here, we do start to see temperatures slowly start to warm up as we move into the weekend, and then by about Saturday, we do have another chance of rain as well by about 70%. And then after that chance rolls away, we do start to have a slight warm up as we move into the week next week. Thank you so much, Anthony. As Sarah alluded to, we did have the really sharp, clear divide on temperatures. This is going to be partly due to that cold front that pulled through. That's going to be allowing the high amounts of precip to fall, and then as you're more north of that, that's where you start to see that ice, what we saw yesterday. For right now, though, we still are seeing the last of those clouds still kind of lingering around. We do have temperatures sticking around, about 20 degrees, but still feeling pretty chilly as winds are still out of the northwest. It was Friday night. We do start to see the cloud cover start to pick up just a hair, which we're going to see temperatures start to drop, and then that low is going to start to move on. It's going to start producing a little bit more rain moving into the east coast, and that's where we're going to see those temperatures drop by Saturday and into the rest of possibly into the next week. Our travel city forecast is Washington, D.C. Kind of that same story on to the eastern parts of the United States. Warm for now, and then by Sunday, we do see that cold front start to push on through, where we can see a chance of rain and snow, and the temperatures do start to drop. Down up in 46, more in the western parts of Iowa, and over to the Mississippi Valley region, we are right around that mid-40s and low 40s as well. Futurecast, not a whole lot going on. We have pretty clear skies off to our west, and that's going to continue through most of the day Wednesday. And it's kind of noticed that cold front does start to develop a little bit early Wednesday, and then by late Wednesday night, that does start to move through Minnesota, and we could possibly see it get into Iowa as soon as maybe about midday Thursday. That's about as far out as we go, but we do see these cloud covers start to increase a little bit here. Looking at satellite and radar, mostly clear skies off to the west and east is where we do start to see those clouds start to move on off. That is going to lead to cooler temperatures this evening. Right now we do have lows that could get down to about the mid-20s, and it's going to be rather calm as those winds are out of the south with a slight breeze. But this could lead to a little bit of that extra moisture in the area, which could lead to patchy fog by this evening. And there's that cold front I was telling you about. They kind of start to conjoin, and then that's going to cause a lot more of that rainfall off to the east here, and that's going to continue just sliding on off that way, which is going to lead, which could have some snow along that front line. But we see here the high pressure does start to keep it clear, and then by Saturday afternoon, we do have another chance of high pressure that's going to keep most of the cloud cover away as it moves further into the Midwest. And that could lead to possible rain chances into the weekend. For your Valentine's Day, we are hitting right around 40 degrees, not too cold, about 30 as well. And we do see some sunshine start to peek through into most of the week, and into the weekend, temperatures do start to warm up a hair. And we could see some possible rain chances by Sunday, Monday. And we'll have those colder temperatures that's going to continue through the rest of the week. Right now, you have still that cloud cover sticking around. It's going to allow the temperatures not to dip too far down, but these clouds are going to start to shift off over the east, which is going to allow those temperatures to start to cool off as we move into the evening and off to the east, where they are still seeing some precipitation. They are going to be a little bit warmer for these lows tonight. Forecast highs as well after that cold front pushes through, much colder than what we saw for today's highs. We have 34 in Kansas instead of like 50s and 40s. Even up north, Minneapolis 21, and it's still warm down south into the 60s, but it is significantly cooler for most of the nation. Tonight, though, we do have a hockey game in Chicago, which will be our travel city. They are playing the Ducks, and by the time the puck drop, it's going to be mostly cloudy. There's not snow in the forecast. Tonight's trivia question does have snow. At 4.1 inches of snow.
Garrett, I know it was an absolute mess walking to class this morning. Sidewalks were just covered in ice. Are we going to be getting any relief soon?
You know, from what I've seen, tomorrow we could see some sunshine peeking through where the temperatures might rise a little bit, allow some of that ice to melt, hopefully. So at least for your Wednesday walk, it won't be as slippery. I know if you had any more ice, you could probably start playing hockey on the way to class or something. Yeah. But welcome back. Now, I know you saw the Christmas stuff and like, hold up, it's still November. But this is the last Size Eyes episode before Christmas break, so you might as well make it the Christmas episode. And right now, I'm joined by Matt.
My sanitize says for sure.
He's got the sanitize already.
But it doesn't really feel like Christmas out there.
If you move ahead, it was actually 38 centimeters, and not only was it 38 centimeters in diameter, its thickness was 20 centimeters. It is currently still the Guinness Book of World Record holder for largest snowflake.
That was short.
That is massive.